Hey, what is up everyone? Kilrian here, bringing you another video, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the new trailer dropped for the Black Desert Online new class, the Hashashin, which he looks insane. He's a combination, from the looks of it, of a sorcerer in combination with like a ninja, which has abilities which hit kind of crazy like a guardian. And I did a little bit of an analysis on this clip, so we're going to kind of go piece by piece, and I'm going to pause several times throughout the video, kind of just looking over these skills. And I have two separate videos that we're going to be taking a look at, primarily just the trailer, but following that there is also a short RBF clip of someone took a look at it in Korea, or and showing some of the skills, what they do in PvP, and like kind of the range that they have is just insane. But without further ado, let's take a gander. So, and it starts like right away, so I'm going to be pausing actively. All right. Right there. So this very first thing, what we're seeing is like a dash spin, much like a lawn. I have seen multiple times where, like, so this looks to be primarily utilized as a movement capability. I don't think it's going to be super high damage, but in multiple clips that we'll see throughout this, they are utilizing this as a movement skill, and this is only one of many that they actually have. Basic attack. We also saw that teleport, that sidestep, is very similar to that of like a sorcerer. That is going to be an iframe, at least while it's off cooldown, possibly like spammable. Overall, just general pulse. You saw him jump up into the air and fly, or basically teleport to the next pack. This is also another thing that what we've seen is going to be utilized as movement. We'll see a little bit later in the video that this actually has some range to it. So far we've already confirmed one dash on the first skill, an iframe pseudo dash, kind of like what Sork has, and then like a teleport dash here, which I'm assuming is super armor, at the very least super armored. More than likely it's just an iframe. Now, looking at this, the AoE range that you're seeing around him, there's an immediate pulse because it kills some of the mobs that we see. So there's an immediate pulse of damage as soon as he lays his hand down. But then watch this as it follows up. There are 3 different tornadoes which spawn, and I'm assuming it's just a perpetual damage, almost like the shift Q of a guardian. Shift Q being the like slam down, molten lava spews out of the ground, and it's just a huge AoE constant damage. The very first skill that we also see here is very similar to that of a Guardian as well, like the Fireborn Rupture. In Awakening with a Guardian, Fireborn Rupture basically will group up a bunch of mobs right on top, like in front of you, and then from that, they then are able to like lead into a combo. I'm assuming, honestly, they're going to do something very similar to the likes of the Guardian, where this is going to be applying some sort of like AP buff or DP buff against the mobs. We saw another one which led straight into a floating. That would have been 2 separate skills. Right there, that is what I was talking about whenever it comes down to the teleport. We saw the range that was going through, and that's what we first saw at the beginning of the video. So this is basically that secondary dash that I was referring to. This class is so busted, dude. So we also saw that his dash, his side dash, I'm assuming it was a higher leveled version of it, because the range on that dash, or that iframe, was massive. Like, that was a huge iframe, bigger than what sorcerers actually have. And then he went in, did some form of attack, teleported out, So there's some form. I don't think it was like a shift like S to like back out of it. It was an attack that literally teleported him back. His offhand being, or his little offhand like blade that he has, that's what he utilizes consistently whenever you are watching him some of these like tornadoes and stuff like that. So he throws it out there. It applies a stiffness on the first hit. We obviously don't know if that applies to PvP. Stiffness on the first hit, and then is just a chain stiffness with what I would assume is probably really high damage. Boom. That same group. The first skill, I'm actually going to go back a little bit here on this. So he groups them up. Pull this again. So they get pulled in immediately. He is charging this skill. Typically when there's a charge of something, this means that he is probably getting a frontal guard or like a super armor during this, and it does cleave the entire pack in front of him. Boom. With another follow-up. There's that follow-up dash like the lawn, iframe, teleporting over. Those are kind of basic. That was kind of similar to the first thing that we ended up seeing. Right there. Right there, we have a confirm on him having some form of wind wall or block. Right? This is very, very similar from the looks of it and the design of the witch and their awakening block. Basically, it's a block. It's literally them just being able to block skills or ranged attacks coming for them. But then not only is it just like applying probably a DP buff to him, it's also going to be able to be released and summon multiple tornadoes onto a converging point with another charge up type skill. That looked like a sped up iteration from the first time that we saw this tornado skill, where he threw it out, teleported back. And so I don't know if that was to do with attack speed, or I don't know if there's like a kind of like how a lot of skills will have hidden interactions where it'll speed up the next cast of an ability. But that was extremely fast. Like he did like an A left click, D left click, and then basically threw that out and immediately popped it. Teleport back. There's the same teleport that we're seeing. That's a charge up skill that I saw. Right here. Now, something to note right there was that he used a flipping like kick skill. I highly doubt this is going to be something like a grab. We'll watch it again just so you all see it. He dashes in, kick. That causes a floating. It's probably going to be very similar to the tree climb ability of the Tamer. And so I don't think that this is going to be a grab, but that's just another like form of CC as they're literally iframing in. As they're literally just iframing next to you and basically getting this like knock up. So unless you're super armoring, you're about to be in it for like a really bad time. A lot of people have speculated this very large tornado to basically be that smaller tornado, but the 100%. We don't 100% know, because this isn't on Global Labs yet, what exactly this is. But the main thing with this is people think it's 100%, and you're going to see how big the range is from the red battlefield that I'm going to be showing in a moment here. Because there is one other skill that we are not sure if it's their actual 100% or if this is just a separate skill or maybe like a cooldown skill that they have access to. Hits multiple times. I mean, we saw that guy get ticked probably 8-9 times. That's going to be an immense amount of damage. So that's the first video. This is the official release from Pearl Abyss as far as the Hashashin. The Hashashin, the super top. No. So there was that first video. Now, the next video, and I'm just going to give a shout out to this guy's channel. So it was listed, Dong2. That's where I got this video from. So I appreciate him recording this. But let's take a quick glance at this. So basically, GMs on Korea actually ended up making a couple of, or they brought the Hashashin into a RBF, into the just game itself, and was like playing around a little bit with the players. And so we're gonna see a couple of things that we hadn't really seen before. So moving in, the very first thing, so he has some form of ranged attack that it looks like he teleported to, almost like a ninja decoy, like kunai shadow step type deal, because it threw out, hit him multiple times as a back attack. Kind of reminds me of like a lawn like whipsaw, or if anyone remembers the Terra days, basically whipsaw from Reapers, and then teleports to it. Obviously this guy has like basically no gear. He immediately dies. This is what is terrifying. This terrifies me, because here, this blue, or not blue, purple ball in the middle is the Hashashin, literally like calling forth energy. And look at the range on this thing. That's bonkers. Like straight crazy, right? And so we then see it just boom. And he dashes out. So, like, this is kind of terrifying to me if that's going to be, like, 100% or something along those lines. Like, that's crazy. The range on it is insane. The damage on it, I would only assume, is also insane. And so that's going to, like, literally one-shot packs of people. So here is the large tornado that I was referring to. Right now, he's just using it in the middle. But I wanted to use this clip to show you all the range of this actual ability. Running around. Right here, it's hitting through the wall. Don't know if that's intentional, but it's literally hitting through the wall and almost insta-kills him. I really don't think this character has any gear on. But then we're going to also take a look just to emphasize how big the range is on this. Using like the Shift Q ability that we saw prior, he's going to summon it right now. He is getting hit right here from this. I'm sorry, but these two players are not even close. This is a bigger range than Guardian Shift Q. And so that's insane. Just plain and simple. That is insane of a range. So realistically, the Hashashin is... They're going down a path. They're going down a path that which we've seen in multiple MMOs. It's a power creep issue. They're obviously developing these new classes with this newer mindset that they want things to be super huge AoE. They want them to be protected. They want them to look cool and feel exciting to play. Guardian was like no other. And this class is 100% following in Guardian's footsteps. It's a faster Guardian, probably with more iframes but less super armors. But from the overall like skill sets that we were also seeing, and the way that they were like weaving skills together, it's not fast either. You're not pulling off 17 different skills to pull off your combo like you are with a ninja. You're not having to like literally cause carpal tunnel to your hand to actually play it efficiently from what we saw. It has a lot of movement. It has a lot of what I believe would be either super armor movement or iframes, and then it has these skills which are insane range. I just wanted to show y'all, and get kind of my first like I guess impression of the class whenever I was doing a little bit of like just reading, or not reading, but just like watching of the video. And it's kind of insane. It's kind of an insane class, and we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what happens. Well, I don't know what is playing. All right. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope to catch y'all on my Twitch streams or on my YouTube streams. I actually just opted out of affiliate status with Twitch. And so in that situation, I hope, I can grow on a other platform. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time, and peace.